Hello everyone, welcome to this new podcast that I called It is Easy to Learn English, which I don't think it is. That's why here you can see this wonderful smiley. I would like to give you one more way how can we learn and improve our English, how to work with the words that we know very well. And let's start with the word head. I hope that everyone knows what it means. First of all, the head is the part of the body with eyes, ears, nose, etc. What can we do with the head? We can raise, lower, bow, turn, nod, shake, and scratch our heads. We can raise our heads when it's necessary to look up. We lower the head in shame. We bow while saying prayers. We usually say prayers to the good. We can turn our head to look at something. If we agree, we nod the head. If we disagree, instead of saying no, we can shake it. And to think hard, we sometimes need to scratch our heads. For example, they had to scratch their heads to solve the problem. But there are other meanings. The head can be the mind or the brain, what's going on in your head, or just use your head. It can be instead of a headache as a continuous pain in your head, but it is informal style. In spoken English we can use it. I had a really bad head yesterday. It can be a person in charge of somebody or something, as a leader or a boss. For example, the head of state, the crowned heads for queens and kings, the head of the delegation. It can be the head of the table as the most important seat. For example, our dad sat at the head of the table. And in the meaning for each person, a head or per head. For example, it costs $5 a head. There are lots of idioms with head. Let me give you just 10 of them. Knock your heads together means to force people to stop arguing and behave in a sensible way. For example, hey students, will you please knock your heads together? Let's return to our lesson. Be banging somebody's head against a brick wall. Keep trying to do something that will never be successful. Oh, it seems to me I'm banging my head against a brick wall. Hide somebody's head in the sand, to refuse to admit the problem or to deal with it. He realized that there was a problem, but he preferred to hide his head in the sand. Can't make head or tail of something, to be unable to understand something. Well, I can't make head or tail of your writing. Drum something into somebody's head. Oh, it's about teachers. To repeat something a lot of times. For example, when they try to explain grammar rules. Let's continue. Have eyes in the back of somebody's head, to be aware of something that is difficult or impossible to see. Well, I have eyes in the back of my head. Have somebody's head in the clouds, to have unrealistic ideas or plans. Heads will roll. Some people will be punished. It's also an informal style, so it's better to use in spoken English. Keep your head or keep a cool head, to remain calm. And put your heads together, to think about or discuss something as a group. So students, will you please put your heads together and let's try to solve this task. But it also can be a verb, as you can see. The meanings are to move towards, for example, where is she heading? To lead or to be in charge of something. The delegation was headed by the Prime Minister himself. To be at the top of a list of something or a line of people. To head a procession, a march. And speaking about books, be headed. For example, the first chapter was headed Our School. And as it can be a verb, there can be phrasal verbs. Be heading for, be going to experience something. Sometimes it can be a bad situation, cause I'm going to that stormy weather soon. Head off, to get in front of somebody, to make them turn back or change direction. For example, we were headed off by the police at the crossroads. And we can use head up instead of to head, The same meaning, just to head a department, a part of organization, means to be a leader. So just one word, but we can use it in so many different situations. Thank you very much for your attention.